All right, we are back for week 4 of sport marketing. So I hope you're having a good start to your semester and are kind of getting the hang of the rhythm for this class. I know each class is different, and you have to get the hang of when due dates are and when the new material comes out and that kind of thing. We're rolling. Last week you had a quiz, and so this week I will be looking at that. And as I hope I emphasized in the quiz instructions, this is an upper level class. It's a 3000 level class, and some of the questions are multiple choice, and that's fine, but a lot are more essay-like. And they ask you to explain or compare or make some kind of connection. And I'll often ask you to take a current event and relate it back to a theory or process that your book talks about. That I want us to kind of be able to see that process in terms of a theory or process that what our book talks about. So making those connections is important. Last week we talked about consumer behavior and market segmentation. And in your quiz, you looked at the concept of demographic and census data. So marketers use this kind of data when they're deciding maybe where a franchise might best be located, or what kind of advertising to do in a particular area. So that's why I wanted us to look at that census data. And then this week, we're continuing to talk about market research and how marketers find and use other types of data to make decisions. So, as you know, marketing decisions can be expensive. This year, CBS charged $5.25 million for a 30-second Super Bowl commercial. So marketers need to get it right in order to stay in touch with who they're trying to reach and what they want. So they're investing in that research in order to hit the target and say the right message to the right groups that they're looking to match. So I've got a lot of videos and links in this week's content that show some of the various methods that sport marketers use to do that market research that we're talking about. And this week, you have your first current issues assignment due, and it's about Native American imagery, such as mascots, in sports. And we've seen supports on both sides of the issue for disallowing Native American mascots, and for keeping them, for the sake of tradition and team identity and cost. There are certainly good issues on both sides. Arkansas State went through a mascot change a few years ago, and lots of high schools in Arkansas are debating the same thing right now. So this is a very current issue, and it's very relevant and close to home. So when you are writing your current issues assignment, I'm going to be looking for a few things. And the first one is explanation of both sides of the issue. So why teams should not use Native American imagery, and why teams should keep their Native American mascots if they want to. And both sides of the issue need to be explained using sources. So find sources that give arguments and facts that support both sides of the issue and cite them. So this is an assignment where I am asking you to use APA guidelines, and an important one is citing where you get your facts. If you simply state an argument but don't have a source cited, then that means you made it up, and that's not what I'm asking for in this assignment. That's not okay. I'm asking you to report what others have found on this topic through their research. So then, the second thing I'm asking for in this assignment is for you to take a side based on the research that you did for both sides of the argument. And there are perfectly valid arguments on both sides of the issue. So, think about it like this. If you were an athletic director and you had a Native American mascot and you were considering this issue of if you should change it or keep it, what would be your decision and why? How would you explain it to the parents and to the community, whatever your decision is? And like I said, any decision is fine. There are arguments on both sides. That's what I'm excited for you to explore. Any decision is fine, but you have to utilize that research you did to support your decision. If you just pick a side and say, it is my opinion that, without backing it up with those references that you found, then that's not as supported as it needs to be. So there are good arguments on both sides, but you have to find the basis of those arguments, is what I'm asking for this assignment. So if you have any trouble, let me know. I'm always happy to help. And I will be going to a conference on Friday. I'm going to the National Intramural Recreational Sports Association Conference. It's intramural directors from colleges all over the country. That's where my background in sports is. I was an intramural director at Maryland and at University of Arkansas for a long time. And so that's the conference I go to every year. So it's always good to kind of swap best practices and ideas and kind of get inspired about the work that intramural sports does in our colleges across the country. So my point is, I may not be as responsive or able to help from Saturday through Tuesday. I'll be back on Wednesday. So if you think you might have trouble with this assignment, I recommend getting started early because my ability to help you and respond to you is going to be a little bit limited on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So just FYI on that one. I hope you have a great week and you're having a good semester, and I look forward to talking with you soon.